Ghana's largest bulk electricity supply point, located in Pokwase in Greater Accra, has been commissioned. President Nana Akufo-Addo commissioned the Pokwase bulk supply point, a 330/34.5 kilovolt substation designed to improve the supply and distribution of electricity for consumers in the northern areas of Accra. Commissioning the project on Wednesday, October 20th, 2021, President Akufo-Addo said, quote, "It is also planned to reduce significant technical losses in the Ghana Grid Company's transmission system and the ECG power distribution system, ultimately contributing to improving their financial viability." Beyond the Pokwase bulk supply point, the president stated that government is carrying out several other initiatives and projects to ensure that the country is able to meet its increasing power needs arising out of the country's growing population and government's industrial agenda through initiatives such as the One District, One Factory policy, amongst others. A new research by the Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, has found that a presidential candidate would need at least $100 million to win an election in Ghana. The scope of the study was to assess the extent of illicit and illegal moves in local politics and to get a fair idea of how much investment goes into the cost of politics. According to the report, parliamentary candidates have to cough up nearly 4 million Ghana cedis to win a constituency seat. Experts following the just-ended elections have raised concern over election financing and its propensity to affect the playing field as far as campaigning is concerned. A representative of the center, Sajida Shiraz, made these details public at an engagement between some political parties and the Parliamentary Affairs Ministry. According to her, stakeholders need to reassess the terrain and come up with measures to address the problem. The Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, has debunked claims that transportation fares will go up from Monday, October 25th, 2021. Leadership of the transport union says it is still in talks with the government to scrap some taxes and levies placed on petroleum products. General Secretary for GPRTU, Godfred Obobira Dongma, said the union will increase transportation fares if the government fails to heed their plea. Quote, "We have not said anywhere that lorry fares will be increased on Monday. We have tabled out certain things with the ministry, but when the discussions fail, we will have no option than to adjust our fares to cushion us from the new prices of fuel." The union has accused the government of acting in bad faith, despite contractual assurances of stabilizing the prices of fuel that would lead to maintaining transport fares at least in the short term, since they were last increased in June 2021. Ghana may have no option than to return to the International Monetary Fund for financial support if its debt continues to rise. The debt, which is presently a little above 335 billion Ghana cedis, continues to surge and create problems for the economy. According to a Bloomberg survey, the country may have to pay a higher premium of its returns to the international capital market next year to issue a Eurobond. Ghana's credit risk premium soared to the highest since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic ahead of next month's budget. Ghana has historically relied on funding from the Eurobond market to fund expenditures, but limited access to international loans could force the government to supply more debt locally, which would be detrimental to city yields, as banks and institutions already own about 80% of financial instruments. The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, says the earliest opportunity for the removal of the Price Stabilization and Recovery Levies, PRSL, in the price buildup of petrol, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, will be the 1st of November. The NPA on the 11th of October announced that President Akufo-Addo had approved the removal of the PRSL on petrol, diesel, and LPG for 2 months. Head of Communications of the NPA, Mohammed Abdul Kudus, noted that the removal of the levies will happen once Parliament gives the go-ahead. Quote, what it means now is that the next opportunity for the removal of the levies, if Parliament gives the all clear, will be from 1st November. That will be the next pricing window, which covers the first 2 weeks of November, he said. The 2 months calculation will be from the time the removal takes effect. It's a different market out there, so you should expect different prices for the different OMCs, depending on the margins the OMCs decide to apply, he added. The government is exploring the possibility of prospective home buyers using their Tier 2 and Tier 3 pension funds as initial deposit to support their mortgage plans, thereby ensuring that the issue of affordable housing no longer became a myth, but a possibility. The Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Francis Asenso-Boakye, who made this known, observed that the quest to provide access to housing for Ghanaians, especially low to middle income earners, required sustainable policies and programs. Mr. Asenso-Boakye noted that there was great disparity between housing costs and income levels of people, and that it raised the question of access and affordability. The minister therefore stressed the need for a deeper collaboration between the government and the private sector to create the needed opportunities to make it possible for majority of the citizenry to have access to decent, safe, secure, quality, and affordable housing. Small demonstrations have been held in cities across Nigeria to mark 1 year since the security forces violently suppressed mass protests against police brutality. At least 6 people were arrested during the demonstration in the commercial hub of Lagos. Last year's rallies, the largest in Nigeria's recent history, began by calling for the disbanding of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, but escalated into protest over bad governance. They ended when security forces shot at thousands of peaceful protesters in the Lagos suburb of Lekki. The notorious police squad was later disbanded, although activists say it has been reconstituted under a different name. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has announced the lifting of a nighttime curfew that was imposed to help curb the spread of COVID-19. The curfew had been in place since March 2020, when the country registered its first case of coronavirus. Mr. Kenyatta said the public health measures the government imposed helped contain the virus. He made the remarks during the official celebrations of Mashuja, Heroes Day, an annual public holiday to honor those who fought for the independence from British colonial rule. The president also announced the third phase of stimulus, a package to help small and medium-scale industries recover from effects of the pandemic. Morocco has banned flights to and from the UK due to coronavirus pandemic. Several UK airlines and holiday companies have been told by the Moroccan government that flights will be suspended from 23:59 BST on Wednesday until further notice. Flights between Morocco and Germany and Netherlands have also been suspended. The BBC has contacted the Moroccan Embassy and Tourism Office, as well as the UK Foreign Office, for comment. Latest figures from the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control said that Morocco's weekly rate of reported coronavirus cases on 14th October stood at 10.4 per 100,000 people, compared with 445.5 per 100,000 people in the UK. On Tuesday, the UK reported 43,738 new COVID-19 infections, with new cases above 40,000 for 7 days in a row. The number of patients in hospital rose by 10% in a week to 7,749 on Monday. Another 223 deaths were recorded, the largest number since March, although daily figures are often higher on Tuesdays. President of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, has begun his two-day visit to Accra with a speech at the Youth Connect Africa Summit. Dr. Motsepe is the guest of honor of the summit, which is an initiative of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The summit will run from the 20th to 22nd of October. During his time in the country, he's expected to meet various stakeholders involved with football, as well as the President of the Republic. He will also meet the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, and the Executive Council of the GFA. The CAF president was full of praise for Ghana as he told the media on his arrival that he feels honored to be in Ghana, to participate in this youth summit and also meet the football community. Quote, "It's good to help the youth, and so I'm glad to be here to share ideas with the youth and also to meet the President of the Republic of Ghana and other top officials." Ghana suffered a 2-0 loss to Nigeria in the first leg of the African Women's Cup of Nations qualifiers on Wednesday, October 20th. The Black Queen's first half-poor showing saw them concede 2 goals in the opening 25 minutes before holding off the Super Falcons' credibility in the second half. Nigeria was too strong for their visitors, and the result was there to show for their impressive performance. Uchenna Kunu opened the scoring for the home side after 15 minutes, creating a space for herself before slotting the ball home. The Sweden-based striker doubled the lead moments later, rising tallest in the box to head in Tony Payne's delivery from a set piece. Ghana went into the break with a 2-goal deficit, having failed to create enough chances. After the recess, goalkeeper Fafali Dumahasi made 3 fine saves to keep Mercy Tego's team in the game, while also preventing Nigeria from adding to the misery. Kaneshie District Court has directed the police to refer comedian Benson Nanayao Odro Boating, popularly known as Funny Face, to the psychiatric hospital for examination. The court gave the order following a request by the police to have the comedian psychiatrically examined over his recent actions and comments. Funny Face during the hearing told the court that he had lawyers, but told them not to come because he caused his own problems. He has been charged with the threat of death. Funny Face has been accused of threatening to kill his ex-wife and girlfriend, after which he will commit suicide. His plea was not taken. The court, presided by His Worship Kofi Oheneba Kufuor, adjourned the case to the 10th of November 2021. Marvel Studios have reshuffled the release dates of its anticipated titles slated for 2022. Some of the titles, which include the long-awaited Ryan Coogler-directed Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder, will now release few months later than originally scheduled, a move that, going by online reactions, have left some film lovers aghast. Principal photography for Wakanda Forever kicked off months ago, with major stars from the original film spotted on a set in Atlanta. While plot details remain top secret, the film, which is still in production, will wrap up sometime in November. The highly anticipated sequel was originally set for September 7th, 2022, but will now premiere on November 11th, 2022. Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will now launch on May 6, 2022, while Taika Waititi's Thor, Love and Thunder has been confirmed for July 8, 2022. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the only Marvel movie that's not getting pushed back is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is set for May 5, 2023, theatrical release.